In the Box is powered by Algo Group International, Embassy of the Kyrgyz Republic in Malaysia, Oriana Travel Club, ILM International Education Group, Tangem Wallet, Wise Money Transfer, Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf.
Welcome to In the Box.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of In the Box podcast. My name is Algo Joe, your host for today. And today we're in Malaysia, guys. As you can see, the set right here is our set for the podcast in Malaysia. I flew all the way from Bishkek just last week to Kuala Lumpur to record this podcast. I usually keep my shades on, but since this is a special episode, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. So I'm gonna make sure I can see you clearly, so we can speak clearly for this conversation, so that we have a clear conversation. All right. So guys, today I am deeply honored to host a very special guest. He's a seasoned diplomat and visionary bridge builder between Central Asia and Southeast Asia. Under his leadership, the ties between the Kyrgyz Republic and Malaysia have grown stronger, especially following the historic visit of the President Sadir Japarov to Kuala Lumpur, where numerous documents and agreements, MOUs, were signed between these two countries, marking a new chapter of cooperation in tourism, digital economy, education, diplomacy, and also trade. But beyond titles and treaties, he brings a deep passion for people-to-people connection, cultural diplomacy, and youth engagement. Values that resonate with this podcast and my own journey as a Malaysian entrepreneur working both in Kyrgyz Republic and also Malaysia. With us today, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who represents Kyrgyzstan on Malaysian soil, a key figure in diplomacy, trade, and regional connection. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the ambassador of the Kyrgyz Republic to Malaysia, His Excellency Anvar Anarbaev. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, it's an honor to have you on the podcast. So how are you today?
Well, it's an honor to be here today. Well,
All right.
Thank you for the invitation. I see it as a great opportunity to talk about my country here in Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big honor for me to welcome you back to Malaysia, you know.
Thank
I'm
you.
already here. Yeah, you've been living in Kyrgyzstan for the last several years.
Yeah,
yes?
for 2 years now.
2 years now,
Yeah.
I'm here for a bit more than 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So
You came in February.
in February last
2024.
year.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
February last year. I have presented my credentials to His Majesty in March, on March 20th.
Okay.
So this is the date I officially assumed my duties as the ambassador.
All right. So it's like you're the host, you're the Malaysian, I'm the
Yes.
Kyrgyz, yeah?
It's just like this, yeah.
All right. So before we jump into the more serious stuff, how's your experience been in Malaysia so far? You know, how about the food? We have spicy food, the sambals, and
Yes.
when I'm in Kyrgyzstan, it's either plov, mante, and lagman. There's less spicy food. How do you find life in Malaysia, sir?
Well, I like it. I love it.
All right.
You know, I'm a big lover of spicy food.
That's good.
So I feel home here in
Okay.
Malaysia.
All right.
Everything is great. I love the country. My family likes. They love the country, the culture here. The only thing the climate is pretty harsh here.
Okay.
I really miss Kyrgyz winter. The cool weather, especially in high mountains. This is something we miss here, but the rest is perfect.
Yeah, the weather is a little bit more humid. You know, you walk down the road 10 minutes, you're like sweating.
Yes.
When I was in Bishkek, when I walk, it's okay to walk 30 minutes, an hour, no problem,
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so I love both. I love both. So I'm like in a dilemma, I really love it back in Kyrgyzstan. The weather, and when it's in the winter, you mostly you stay inside,
Yes.
It's really different. It's a good experience, yeah. And can you tell us a little bit about your diplomatic journey and what led you to serve in Malaysia?
Well, it's not that interesting, you know. It's a bit boring. I'm a career diplomat. I have spent 20 years with with the diplomatic service. I served in several embassies abroad, in China, in the US,
Okay.
and here. It's my very first ambassadorial posting here in Malaysia. And this is, you know, this is a big honor for me to represent officially my country here in Malaysia. And actually, our embassy in Kuala Lumpur is the only embassy in the region, in the whole region, in the whole ASEAN region.
So you cover which countries for ASEAN?
Officially, we cover. I'm accredited only to Malaysia, but in terms of the consular affairs, we cover Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia, Brunei Darussalam, Timor-Leste, and Laos. So this is the only embassy in the region. This shows, you know, the significance of Malaysia for our foreign policy. We see Malaysia as our gateway to
ASEAN countries,
to ASEAN countries, to the region, to Southeast Asia. So this speaks for itself.
All right. And how do you personally view the friendship ties between Kyrgyzstan and also Malaysia? How is it like?
You know, diplomatic relations between the two countries were officially established in 1992.
Okay.
So 33 years ago.
Okay.
There were some ups and downs in terms of political engagement, the degree of political, economic cooperation. In 1990s, were pretty active in terms of bilateral relations. Our president back then paid an official visit to Malaysia, and then Tun Mahathir was in Kyrgyzstan twice in 1996, 1997, I guess.
Okay.
So, but after that, we had a pretty long pause, you know. But the spirit of cooperation always been very, very positive, you know. We don't have any political disagreements between the countries. We are very close culturally, mentally. I would say we have many things in common. Even, you know, we have, this is a wonderful coincidence that Kyrgyzstan, Malaysia, we have our Independence Day, our National Day, on the same day. August 31st.
31st August.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but obviously this is not the only thing that unite our nations. I would only mention that Kyrgyzstan is a Muslim majority country. Mentally, I would repeat myself again. We're very close culturally. So I think the spirit of cooperation of our countries is pretty good.
We even
promising.
look the same. So
Yes.
When I go into the taxi, you know, or when I meet some locals, immediately they will say, "Bike here." Kandasis. I was like, whoa, what does that mean? You know, but now I understand. You know, like it's like uncle, like how are you?
Yes.
So it's you know, I always get confused as a local until I say, I don't understand what you're saying. Yeah, but
same for me. Sometimes people talk Malay to me or Chinese. Sometimes, you know, because Malaysia is multi-ethnic country as well. So people, they speak Malay, they speak Tamil, they speak Chinese, both Mandarin or Cantonese. So sometimes I'm addressed in Malay or Chinese.
Have you been on the Borneo side of Malaysia?
Not yet, but I really want to go there.
Yeah, you should. I'm from Kuching, Sarawak. We are also a powerhouse now in energy, green energy, renewable energy. So please come over and visit, And what has surprised you the most when you moved to Malaysia, when your posting began? What surprised you the most?
You know, my very first visit to Malaysia was back in 2005.
Okay.
So 20 years ago.
All right.
I was a young diplomat, and that was under the MTCP program. MTCP stands for Malaysian Technical Cooperation Program.
Okay.
It's still working, and we are still engaging with this program. They are helping us a lot. And I was part of this special training program for young diplomats. And I came here for the first time. That was actually my very first, official trip abroad.
years
Yes,
ago.
yeah, 20 years ago.
You still look 30 years old. 20 years ago, you must be in your teens.
I was already with the diplomatic service. People didn't know much about Kyrgyzstan. When I was asked where I was from, I said Kyrgyzstan, and the first question I got, how do you spell it? Because people didn't know much about my country, unfortunately. Now it's better. It's better. It's better. Not perfect, but still, I still see, how people struggle spelling my country. That combination of weird, seldom used letters like K, Y.
Yeah,
But this is, once you remember it, you never forget.
Correct.
So visually, this brand is pretty strong. Kyrgyzstan. Once you remember it, so you'll never forget.
Exactly.
Now people, they begin to hear more about my country. Not only about Kyrgyzstan, but about the Central Asia as a region. But they still confuse, the five Central Asian countries. Yes, and that when people call our countries 10 countries, I really, I don't like it, frankly speaking, because every country in the region is unique. In its own way.
Yes.
You cannot just have a common name for all the countries.
Yes, exactly. Like Malaysia, Indonesia, you cannot call the countries as shers.
Yes.
Just because it ends with the same letters.
Yes, even though we are brothers in the region, we have strong, historical ties, cultural ties, political ties. So, but every country in the region is unique. Even culturally. We have that nomadic culture. We have some of our countries are from Persian background, ethnic background. Some of them are Turkic nations. So we do have a lot of things in common, but still every country is unique.
I realize that from the language, for example, when you pray in Malaysia, we call it solat. Okay, solat or sembahyang. And when I was there, people were asking me, do you do namaz? I'm like, what is this word? I've never heard of it before. I'm like, namaz? It's actually a Persian word. So the Kyrgyz language is, I would say, influenced by Persian languages and also Turkic languages. And probably Arabic
as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Because some words in Malay language, they obviously have that Arabic background as well. So some of that words we can still understand.
Yeah. Like piala.
Yes.
We have piala also in Malay, but it's a cup for competitions. Like, Piala Dunia is like the World Cup for football. But piala, when I saw the tea, when I went to shops back in Bishkek, it says piala. I was like, this is a Malay word, I thought. But, it's the roots are from Persia, this word, piala, because in Arabic there is no P.
Yes.
So, so that's why it's really interesting to me when I'm in Bishkek, So how do Malaysians usually react when they hear about Kyrgyzstan for the first time, in your experience?
People usually confuse countries again.
Okay.
Which one is Kazakhstan or Kyrgyzstan? Sometimes, they even mix, like Kyrgyzstan or something, Uzbekistan. People don't see any difference.
But the official name for the country is Kyrgyz Republic, eh?
Kyrgyz Republic or Kyrgyzstan, both are in the constitution. We have Kyrgyz Republic and then Kyrgyzstan as well.
Kyrgyzstan. So usually people get confused. I hope, with more contents like this in English, people will realize, like you said, how unique it is. By spelling, it's unique. By pronunciation, when I say Kyrgyzstan, say no, it's Kyrgyz.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Kyrgyzstan. Okay, I'm a Kyrgyz. All right. Yeah. So let's talk about the historic visits of our leaders. Yeah. So recently, last year, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim visited Kyrgyzstan, and recently, just a month ago, last month, President Sadir Japarov visited Malaysia. How historic are these visits?
You know, they're historic. This is a good word for this. As I mentioned earlier, there were a pretty big pause in our relations, bilateral relations between the countries. And several years ago, it began intensifying from both of our sides. Now in Kyrgyzstan, after the COVID period, and then we had the new government, new leadership in Kyrgyzstan, and then in Malaysia the same after the quite a long period of political crisis. Now you have a new government.
Yeah, it's more stable.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's more stable, and in 2023, the relations between the countries, they began intensifying pretty well. That the very first official engagement, high-level official engagement that we had that was in 2023, an official visit of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Malaysia to Kyrgyzstan.
Okay.
Dr. Zambri, he is now the Minister of Higher Education.
Yes.
In 2024, both nations, they began engaging more actively. Our deputy prime minister visited Malaysia in January last year. Then we had our foreign minister, Mr. Kulubaev. He paid an official visit in April last year. Then we had that historic, as you mentioned, historic visit of Dato' Sri Anvar Ibrahim to Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah.
That was we didn't have much in terms of the number of documents signed in Bishkek. There were only one document, joint statement, but that was very, very important. We confirmed from both of our side at the very high level that we are interested in engaging, in intensifying our cooperation between the countries. And one more very important part of that visit is that our leaders, they became friends. So this is, I think this is the most important part. Because when we have this as a basis, then relations between the two countries, they have a better atmosphere, and that atmosphere of trust and friendship. And then we started working on a return visit of my president to Malaysia. That was a pretty long process. We really wanted to have something substantial.
Correct.
Because on political level, everything is perfect. Everything is good. But trade-wise, investment-wise, the figures, I would say, pretty modest. We don't have much in terms of
we're still
trade.
a baby in this.
Yes. That's why we wanted to have something substantial. Then we began preparing this return visit of my president to Malaysia, and we were focusing on the documents.
Okay.
Because we wanted to have a good legal framework for our future cooperation. We have to begin somewhere,
Correct.
We didn't have any documents in like general spheres like tourism, education, healthcare. So nothing. So we began with that, and as the outcome of the visit, this year visit of my president to Malaysia, we have 17 documents signed.
17 documents.
Yes, 17 documents.
All right.
One is the joint statement signed by the two leaders. The other 10 are signed by our cabinet members from both sides.
Okay.
And the rest is in economic trade sphere. But this is not about the numbers,
Yeah.
So this is this is a good starting point for our future cooperation. I would repeat myself. We need to have this. We need to have this. Without that, we don't have a legal framework for our cooperation. For our cooperation, we have no point to start.
Yes.
So now. This is very important to have this momentum, not to lose this momentum. You know? So, yeah.
So I see this MOU signings and the agreement signings is like a like a knock on the door saying Assalamu alaikum, hello. We're here to work together, and that is when you bring in the team, the businesses, the organizations, and the people in. It's like you said, it's a very important move for both countries. Let's talk a little bit about the agreements, like you said, because on the news it's only mentioned 10 on the news.
Yes.
I guess like they signed the first 10 and then signed a few more documents, but by the time the news was already out, that's why it's only 10. Like you said, there's 17 documents. Which of these agreements or MOU do you think will have the most impact for B2B and people-to-people relations?
So you mentioned 10. Yes, that was in the news. This is, this is because the program was split into several sections. The very first document was the joint statement on cooperation. Then we had 10 signed in the presence of the two leaders. And then the rest, we had a separate event called a meeting of the president of the Kyrgyz Republic with the business community. So the meeting with the Malaysian captains of industry. And this is where we had 6 documents more, 6 documents signed on the margins of the visit, actually. And these documents, I would say, they're very important too, because this is where the substance come. Because these documents are on halal cooperation between the state agencies of Kyrgyzstan and the private sector of Malaysia. So we have this, public-private partnership started with Malaysian business, which is very, very important. The breakthrough agreement I would mention is the contract signed between the government of Kyrgyzstan and a Malaysian company on gold. This is a contract, not a memorandum of understanding. This is already a contract, and the very first batch of gold is already here, actually. And this is a very pretty good achievement in terms of the bilateral trade turnover, because as I mentioned, the numbers were not that big before. Last year, yes.
I read that it's 300 kilograms for the first contract signing.
Yes, by the end of this year.
By the end of this year. But I think around $30 million worth is already 30 million is already here.
So last year, the overall trade turnover between the two countries, according to our data, was around $5 million. Only $5 million. And having this contract signed on gold, we have at least 35 million of bilateral trade turnover by the end of this year. So the volume will skyrocket, which is very, very good.
Yes, this is just for gold, yeah?
Yes, this is just for gold. But this is a very good beginning, because people, they see that a good business, good trading could be done with Kyrgyzstan. And this contract is some kind of, a pilot project for the both countries that demonstrates that a good cooperation could be done.
I also save some money for hedging in gold. And here in Malaysia, we can buy gold from vending machines. And we also have gold saving accounts done by banks or even private companies, where it is actually backed by actual gold. I tried looking in Bishkek. There are some providers where you save money based on gold price, but it's you are unable to withdraw How do you see this vending machines? Is it feasible to be done in Kyrgyzstan?
We're already working on that.
All right.
You know, we signed a separate MOU on this in KL. So we are looking into this. In Kyrgyzstan, we have a state company called Kyrgyz Altin. This is a state-owned company. And they have signed an MOU, a memorandum of understanding with the Malaysian private company, operating actually gold ATMs.
Public gold.
Yes, public gold.
Public gold, yeah.
So we want to explore this and maybe to have at least several in Kyrgyzstan just to see if it works.
Okay.
Because our national bank and Kyrgyz Altin, they actually sell gold in this small, like 1 gram or 10 gram
gold bars, yeah?
Yes,
Physical,
gold. Yes, and you can buy it and then you can sell it back to them. But it would be more convenient for the, for our people to have these goldomats. Just you just come, you swipe your card, and you have
the gold bar.
the gold bar.
And also how do you say it? Online gold, where you can put money from your bank account. Just online transaction and you have the gold. It's in a safe somewhere in Kyrgyzstan and they can withdraw it. I hope it can be done. Because gold is a very important hedging tool.
Yes.
Not only for personal or individuals, even for countries, even for nations, it's a great hedging tool for economies and things like that.
And in Kyrgyzstan, when people we like the word toy.
Celebration.
Celebration. Like for wedding or something else. And people come and they bring money. Why not to use gold instead of money? You can just give one small 1 gram bar to your friend.
For marriage, yeah?
Yes, for marriage or something else. And this is a pretty good investment, because the price is growing.
Growing, yes.
It's not going down, I think.
We've started doing that in Malaysia. We call it mahar, like mahar, where we would the men would give the family. They pay mahar using gold coins.
Yeah, we have to say mahar. This is an Arabic word.
So I think it would be a good practice, much better than currency, because currency fluctuates.
Yes.
So gold keeps on increasing, So this is about gold. How about the MOU on tourism? How is it, the implementation by the embassy? What is the embassy doing for the tourism MOU?
This MOU was one of the most important for us.
Okay,
Because both of our countries, they have tremendous potential in tourism. Malaysia is a very interesting destination for Kyrgyzstan tourists. We do like that. It's still exotic for us.
Yeah. Okay.
Climate. I mean, Malaysian resorts that the white sand beaches.
I always hear that. When people ask me, "Where you from?" Akuda. And I'll be like, I'm from Malaysia. Yeah, it's Malaysia. And they will be like, the islands. That's what they imagine. The islands, the white sandy beaches, coconut trees and things like that, which is normal for me. When I travel around Kyrgyzstan, there's canyons, mountains, and the canyons, when you go there, it feels like you're in another planet, you feel like you're in Mars.
Yes.
Everything is red, and when you're in the mountains, it's so green, and, it's like heaven on earth. To me, at least, So, like you said, it's exotic for both of the nations.
Yes, that was my point. Kyrgyzstan can be exotic for Malaysians. Please come to Kyrgyzstan. It's a very beautiful country, as you might know. Yes, you're living there, right? We have all 4 seasons in Kyrgyzstan. You can experience, winter. You can have a beautiful golden autumn in Kyrgyzstan. The spring. You can have that Isikul resorts is one of your option when you're
So
traveling.
beautiful.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
But people don't know much about Kyrgyzstan. But the potential is there. It's definitely there. Just last year in Kyrgyzstan, officially we had more than 9 million tourists.
Okay.
Having that population of 7.3 million.
It's more than the population.
Yes, the number of tourists is bigger than the number of the population. You know? And this is actually Malaysia is trying to have this ratio within its tourism development program for by 2026. I think that was the aim of Malaysian government to achieve this 1-to-1 ratio of the population to number of tourists. So Kyrgyzstan is pretty popular in the region in terms of the tourism. It's always been like this. I mean, even during the Soviet times, people used to come to Kyrgyzstan to have that. I mean, the sceneries, the nature. It's literally a very big mountainous playground. You know, this is a great destination for ecotourism, for adventurous tourism. So I would definitely encourage every Malaysian to please come to Kyrgyzstan. There are already several private companies in Malaysia working with Kyrgyzstan. They're sending Malaysian citizens to Kyrgyzstan. But what we want to develop more is that Muslim-friendly tourism. Last year we had a special delegation from Kyrgyzstan. We signed a separate MOU with the Islamic Tourism Center of Malaysia. Yes, we want to have this exchange of expertise, of standards, certification maybe also. And to have these standards implemented in Kyrgyzstan as well.
A lot of people don't know that, I mean, at least Malaysians, that Kyrgyzstan is a Muslim majority country.
Yes.
Another MOU signed was on higher education.
Yes.
To me, it's very interesting because the youth, I'm involved in education back in Bishkek. I used to teach at MUK, International University of Kyrgyzstan. I was lecturing there, and now I'm at in international school. When they hear that I'm from Malaysia, they are interested to know more about the country, and the parents especially, they are wanting to send their kids to Muslim countries to study. And Malaysia is a good spot for them. Are there any scholarships or exchange programs currently going on between our nations?
Well, Malaysia is becoming more and more popular among Kyrgyzstan students. Just last year, we had more than 100 students from Kyrgyzstan. This is a new group of just for the last year. So we are expecting more this year. But they are all coming on their own. I mean, they apply directly to the universities. There are several private companies in Kyrgyzstan that help and coordinate. You know, they help them to apply directly to these universities, and they come and study here. It's in English. It's affordable comparing to universities in Europe or in the United States, and people love this because when you're here, you have your education in English. Because unfortunately, in Kyrgyzstan, English is not widely spoken as you can see. And people, English is becoming more and more popular in Kyrgyzstan. So parents, they want their children, their kids speak at least one more language, because in Kyrgyzstan everybody is bilingual. At least Kyrgyz and Russian language, and now people want to have their kids speak at least 3 languages. I think English. That's why Malaysia is on the radar. It's very popular. We do want to have official scholarship from Malaysian government, because it is important to have talented children from low-income families, also to have this opportunity to study abroad, especially specifically in Malaysia. They don't have that opportunity. But if an official scholarship is provided, and these people are selected, that would be a good thing, you know.
Yeah, for now I only know one university called Mahsa University. They're giving 100% grant to Kyrgyz students. So I've been talking to some students if they're interested to study in Malaysia. They have grants, but of course there are some requirements that you need to meet to enter the university. So I've met a couple of students, not a couple, like a lot of students, interested to go to study. Even those who are more well off, they don't mind, to study in private universities here in Malaysia.
You know, as you mentioned, we signed this MOU on education between the two governments.
Okay.
And according to this MOU, we are now establishing a bilateral working group between the two ministers of higher education. So they will be starting working on scholarships as well.
Okay.
The initial idea is to have that format of co-financing of this scholarship.
Meaning from Malaysia and also
from Malaysia. Just this good discount could be enough. You know, the rest would be covered by our government. So this is what we are discussing. We are just starting discussing this. But we want to really focus on that students from low-income families, bright, talented students, but from low-income families, and we want to give them the opportunities to study here in Malaysia.
Yeah. So talking about education, I realized that medicine is very popular in Kyrgyzstan. There are so many students from other countries who are studying medicine in Kyrgyzstan. I don't know why. Can you tell me why, sir? It's really popular there.
It's affordable, first of all.
Okay.
And Kyrgyzstan, as you might know, was part of the Soviet Union, and the medical system was pretty good during the Soviet times, and we still have that good potential for medical education, especially. So people come from abroad. I believe mostly from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, I think, from other countries as well. They have their medical education in Kyrgyzstan. They got the diploma, then they go back to their countries and they make good money. So this is, I think, why not only Kyrgyzstan, but several countries from the region. All post-Soviet countries are pretty popular for medical education.
SNG countries, they call it. Yeah?
Yes.
SNG countries like ASEAN.
Yes.
So,
but in Kyrgyzstan is even more affordable than, let's say, in Russia or Kazakhstan. It's even more affordable.
I guess that's why, yeah? So there's also an MOU signed in regards to healthcare cooperation. How do you see this cooperation shaping up in the next few years in healthcare?
There is a growing interest from Kyrgyzstan. We know that Malaysia is strong in terms of medical devices, medical equipment production. Strong for medical tourism as well. So we want to explore this as well. And Kyrgyzstan also has much to offer as well, as you mentioned, medical education. So this cooperation could be mutually beneficial, I guess. So I think this is one of the most promising spheres of engagement between the two countries. So I'm pretty positive.
Healthcare, that's really interesting. And also there's a youth policy agreement. What are some plans in this? They have this youth conference and things like that going on. I see people going when I'm living in Kyrgyzstan, I see people going to Kazan for a youth conference and things like that. Are we planning any youth conference to bring Kyrgyz youths to Malaysia?
Yes, we're starting discussing this. Because young generation is our future.
Correct.
And people-to-people ties are key. Let's say in 10 years, these people from both countries, they will run our countries here. 10 or 20 years. So we have to have people from both countries loving, let's say in Malaysia, loving Kyrgyzstan, in Kyrgyzstan, loving Malaysia. As I mentioned, you are the first person living in Kyrgyzstan that I met.
Okay.
So I hope in 10 years
Yeah.
we'll have more.
More, yeah,
And
yeah.
this is where people-to-people ties are important.
Yeah, my family was worried, sir. I was in Kyrgyzstan at the time, and they were like checking, is there any Malaysian embassy in Kyrgyzstan? If anything happens to you, what will happen? I was like, it's okay, don't worry. It's a safe country. I can walk out at 10 o'clock, no problem. At night, 11, no problem. It's a really safe country. And yeah, that's about youth policy. And there's also another MOU about training of diplomats
Yes.
and scientific exchanges in building long-term strategic ties. What is this?
Well, this is part of, as we call it, soft power as well.
Okay.
We really need to have people from both sides, as I mentioned, already engaged with the other country. I mean,
Okay.
I was here as a young diplomat back in 2005
Okay.
within this kind of program for young diplomats.
MTCP, is
MTCP,
Yeah.
yes, MTCP. So after 20 years, I'm here. So I was traveling to Malaysia, already knowing the country. That was not a terra incognita for me. So so I already knew what it is about, and I was already, I was already ready.
Already ready.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think this is not only, let's say, for young diplomats from Kyrgyzstan to have that kind of trainings in Malaysia. It can be mutually beneficial as well. In Kyrgyzstan, we have a diplomatic academy.
Okay.
It's
What is it called, sir?
Diplomatic academy.
Diplomatic Academy.
Yes.
In Kyrgyzstan.
In
eh?
Kyrgyzstan,
Okay,
under the
okay.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We
Okay.
can do exchange programs. We can do research.
Okay.
We can exchange expertise. So we can we can have that more active cooperation between the think tanks of the two countries.
Yeah, yeah,
So the potential is there, and we are just starting this kind of cooperation, and we need to work more actively on this. But this is a pretty good starting point.
yeah.
So this MOU is, as I mentioned, is a good basis for future cooperation.
So actually, sir, this is my goal. To have this podcast is to have the key players
Yes.
on the show, on the podcast, so that we can identify who are the key players in every industries, in their respective industries, so that the plan is, once they, I will call it like the alumni of the podcast,
Yes.
like going to university, and we plan to bring them to Malaysia to actually experience the country, and so that they can see how they can enter their business here if they're interested, and things like that. And we will also come up with a book.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to announce. It's called the Top 100 Innovators of Central Asia,
Okay.
and it will be published by volumes. So one book probably will have 10 people in it. And this will be the Kyrgyzstan edition.
Oh, wow.
And so 100 people, 10 people per book. So that'll be like 10 books. It will be like an encyclopedia for Kyrgyzstan. And then we'll go to the next Central Asian country, like that. So that when people are interested to invest in these countries, in especially Kyrgyzstan, they know who to go to. For example, in our last podcast, we had the CEO of Ololo, a creative hub. For example, a Malaysian individual or a company would like to register their business. They don't have to rent like a whole building or anything like that. They can just use the co-living, co-working space there just to try the waters, just to understand, because it's a whole different country, different culture, language barrier. For me, when I first came, the first 3 months I was lost. I couldn't read anything. The letters were in Cyrillic letters, and so yeah. That's why we are inviting guests like this onto the podcast. I hope with your support, we would identify more key players back in Kyrgyzstan. After the show, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Who we should invite to the podcast. Yeah. All right, sir. The cake is there. It's not just decoration; it's real cake. Anytime you would like, I'm just gonna have a bite, sir. You know, that's chocolate cake, and this is cheesecake. Yep. So yeah, talking about the MOUs, there are 10 MOUs, like you said, 17 in total MOUs and agreements. This might interest the business people more. Could you tell us more about the trade development MOU between Kyrgyzstan and also MITI, which is Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry Malaysia, and also with the help of Matrade, with Kyrgyz exports. How is this shaping the trade sphere between these
Yes,
two
we had
countries?
one more MOU between the Chamber of Industry and Commerce from both sides.
Okay.
So these three MOU they form a good framework for our cooperation in terms of trade and investment.
Do we have a business council here?
Yes, so we
Already?
do. Actually, it was announced during the presidential visit.
Okay.
We had this business council. We call it Malaysian Kyrgyzstan Business Council.
Okay.
It was officially launched just a week before the presidential visit.
Okay.
So in early June. It was the candidacy of the chairman of this business council was approved by the Minister of Industry and Trade,
Tengku Zafrul, eh?
Tengku Zafrul.
Okay.
So we have this business council officially launched, and it has already started working.
Okay. Do we have a website for that?
They are still working on
Okay.
this.
I was looking
Yes.
for it. Where is it?
Yes, and this is a very good step forward.
Okay.
We've been working on this for the last several months, and we wanted to have, we want to have the similar business council in Kyrgyzstan as well. So the procedure is like this. We have already launched this business council in Malaysia. We will have the same structure in Kyrgyzstan, and then they will meet.
Correct.
And they will sign a separate MOU, and the two sides will officially begin working with each other. And this is the platform to connect business communities from both sides directly.
Yes.
You know, because B2B is always more efficient. I would say sometimes is more efficient than G2G connection.
Correct.
Because business they know how to do business. I would say yes. We don't have much now, as I said, in terms of trade, but having this business council and having this meeting of our president with the business community held within the program of within the official program in June.
Okay.
Our president emphasized that Kyrgyzstan is ready for having more active cooperation in trade and investment with Malaysia.
Who's the chairman of this Malaysian Kyrgyzstan?
Mr. Zulazman Zulkifli.
Zul Azman.
Zulkifli, yes.
Zulkifli, okay.
So he is pretty active. He started working already here. Some of his initiatives are already, underway of being implemented.
That's good.
We have a pretty good cooperation moving towards the establishment of corresponding ties between the banks of the two countries. This is very important, when people they want to start trading with each other. They need to have a financial mean to do this.
Correct.
So this interbank cooperation is key, I would say.
Yeah.
So a month ago, one commercial bank from Malaysia. Two banks from both sides. They have established official correspondent relations. So
meaning one bank from Malaysia, another
one bank,
bank.
yes,
Okay.
yes, from Kyrgyzstan.
Okay.
So it would be easier for business communities.
Can we
from
know
both-
which banks? No.
I think it's not a problem. From our side, it's LDIC Bank.
LDIC, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a state-owned bank, and from
And
Malaysia, it's MBSB Bank. which is
MBSB, okay.
one of the, I would say, largest Islamic bank. But they do not only Islamic banking, but conventional banking as well. So they have established official relations, and now it's easier for businesses from both sides to.
On a layman point of view, I had my debit card from Malaysia, and when I was in Bishkek, the first week I still had cash. It was okay. I still had some dollars, and I went to the money changer. I can still have Kyrgyz soms and things like that. When I ran out of Kyrgyz soms, I ran out of cash. I went to the bankomat, to the ATM. I put in my card. In Malaysia, we have 6-digit PIN numbers.
Yes, in Kyrgyzstan 4.
In Kyrgyzstan, it's only 4.
Yeah.
So I had an issue. How am I, I couldn't withdraw any money at that time.
Okay.
So it was an issue. I had to call the bank and things like that. So I think this corporation, they should rectify this. How
Yes.
it will, if we don't rectify this, it'll be a problem for the layman and even more for the business people.
For now, these banks, they began cooperating on the support of, they call it trade financing.
Okay.
So this is for big volume trade between the countries. But we want to encourage them to solve this problem.
Correct.
So this just small transactions for private users, just to have, sometimes it's a problem just to send money
Correct.
to your friend
Yeah.
from Malaysia to Kyrgyzstan and back.
Yeah.
We really want to encourage them to do
Correct.
this. But this is the very first step. So they wanted to start with trade financing,
Correct.
and then they said that they will consider working on other directions as well, including this.
Yeah.
You know,
Because you see, it might be very small in volume, but in tourism, when people come to the country, in millions, they're spending, they're taking money out. So
Yes.
it can be a big volume.
Yes, correct.
Per transaction, it's small, but the volume is actually quite big. If you consider, like you said, 9 million people,
Yes.
9 million tourists coming in. If they are spending only $1,000, that's 9 million times 1,000.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's actually a huge sum. Yeah. So going back to the gold deal. Yeah. Are there plans to expand the gold export beyond the current 300 kilograms deal?
So this contract was signed for this year.
Okay.
300 kilos by the end of this year. The very first batch is already in Malaysia.
Okay.
The second one is coming. But they will need to purchase the 300 total by the end of this year.
By the end of
And
the
they choose the time and the date according to the price. When the price goes down, they buy.
That's how we do
So
it.
and
yeah.
yes, I think at least what I've heard, they are planning to have this as a every year contract.
Yeah, because
So-
to me it's very symbolic. This gold partnership symbolize for Kyrgyzstan's integration into the ASEAN market. You're starting with Malaysia because I see that Kyrgyzstan produces a lot of gold. Yeah, it's a rich country, and not many people know that. Yeah, I was in Dubai, sir. I went to the gold souk. It was everything was gold. I was interested to ask. It ticked in my mind. Dubai is a desert. They don't have gold. They have black gold. Yeah,
Yeah.
oil and petroleum. So I just asked like the traders over there, like where do you get this raw gold or even like refined gold from? And it surprised me. They mentioned
Kyrgyzstan?
Kyrgyzstan.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have the gold souk, the gold market in Dubai,
Mm-hmm.
and people are looking at it as if Dubai is the bling bling country, whereas the source is from your country, sir. So I think Kyrgyzstan has a huge potential. Like I said, for ASEAN, do you think Kyrgyzstan will explore other countries?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So Malaysia is the very first country in the region, but we will definitely try to expand this to other countries of the region, because the potential, as you mentioned, is very good. I mean, in terms of gold export from Kyrgyzstan, prices are going up every day. But the price that we offer is pretty good. According to the London Bullion Association,
Yeah.
LBMA
LBMA, yeah.
price. So this is a world standard price, and the quality is great. So I think yes, we start with Malaysia. It's a very good starting point,
Yeah.
and then we'll expand to hopefully,
Yeah.
inshallah,
Inshallah,
yes,
yeah.
inshallah, we'll
Because
expand
I think Kyrgyzstan chose a good company because Public Gold is also they have branches in Indonesia, Brunei, Singapore, and Indonesia has around 280 million by population, so it's a huge market for Kyrgyzstan. I see Kyrgyzstan in 10 years, 15 years from now as a very successful country. That's why I'm there. That's why I chose to stay, because I see the potential is really, really huge.
But gold is not infinite,
Mm-hmm.
so we really need to diversify. This is, we cannot just focus on this
On one,
and then
yeah.
stay calm
Yeah.
and assured that everything is good. But we need to diversify. As you might know, Kyrgyzstan's economy now is booming.
Yes.
For the last several years, we had at least 9% GDP growth annually.
Annually.
Yes, and for the first quarter of this year, 2025, that was a record number of 13%.
Wow.
So this is official. Kyrgyzstan is officially the fastest growing economy in Central Asia, the fastest growing economy in the Eurasian Union, one of the fastest growing economy in the world now. And having this development, we really need, to have more trade partners around the world.
Correct.
Because as you might know, the neighborhood is pretty tough in Kyrgyzstan. Our main trade partners, China and Russia. Russia is being under sanctions. China has a huge economy. There. We have Iran not far away from us. We have Afghanistan as well. And, as you might see it from the news now, with that tariff wars going now currently, both Malaysia and Kyrgyzstan, I think we need to look for new trade partners, not to put all the eggs into one basket, as you said, but to diversify. Yes.
Yeah. Because when I talk to my students, we look at other countries. When to learn English, we talk about other countries. And one example we were talking about in class were UAE. 30 years ago, 35 years ago, they were just a fishing village, and they found black gold, which is oil, which they didn't mind selling to other countries. And the first thing they did was to build the tallest building in the world, which attracted tourists to come. And when tourists came, they told them, hey, if you do business in UAE, it's zero tax. So they're making it, they attract the tourists to come first and then attract them to do business with tax exemptions and things like that. I think this is a really good strategy. And look at UAE now. They're like, one of the top in the world in business dealings and things like that. It's a center of attention for economy. And I think, I told my students, if I was president, I'll build, a huge bozui, a huge yurt, yeah? that will have like government offices and like KLCC, like the Petronas Twin Towers, but it's huge. Immediately when they see this as a landmark, it's Kyrgyzstan. You'll attract tourists. The nature is also beautiful, but other countries also have nature. Yeah, it's just we need that something in Kyrgyzstan to attract them. Before other nomadic countries do it, I think Kyrgyzstan should do it, and attract. You can say it's like the biggest bozui in the world. It doesn't like how Tun Mahathir did. It's still the tallest twin towers in the world.
Yes, Petronas.
Yeah, Petronas Twin Towers. Even though there are other tall buildings, it's the tallest twin towers. You just can do one biggest bozui in the world. I don't know. I was just.
By the way, have you checked this bozui standing on the Putraja Square?
Yeah.
So
they brought from Kyrgyzstan?
Yes, from Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah.
Still there.
Yeah, that's good. It's really interesting. So that's about economic relationship connection. Yeah. And aside from gold, what are Kyrgyzstan's key exports to Malaysia currently?
Currently, it's more about agriculture products, honey, dried fruit.
Okay.
And I think, that's pretty much it.
Agriculture products, meaning like beef?
No, it's mostly honey.
Plants and honey.
Honey.
Okay. White honey, yeah?
Yes, mountain honey. So, and that's why I was talking about diversifying the trade. Yes. Kyrgyzstan is a landlocked country, as you might know. Officially, this is the most remote country in the world, as you might know.
Yeah.
At the minimum distance of 2,600 kilometers from the nearest coastline. Kyrgyzstan is officially the most the most landlocked country in the world. So this is the challenges that we have. The connectivity.
Okay.
The connectivity is not that good between Kyrgyzstan and Malaysia.
Okay.
We don't have access to sea.
Okay.
So in order to trade, we need to have access with Malaysia. I mean, Malaysia is a maritime nation, right?
Yeah.
It's a trading nation. It's the trade has always been by sea.
By sea, yeah.
For us, it's a quite a challenge. In order to have access to sea, we need to negotiate at least with one country.
Okay.
And then you have to send it. You have to wait. That's why we have started this historical project with Uzbekistan and China on building this railroad from China to Kyrgyzstan, then from Kyrgyzstan to Uzbekistan, then it will go to Middle East and then to Europe. This is part of the Belt and Road Initiative by China.
Okay.
But this is a strategic project, and we want to be more connected to the world economy by the time this project will be implemented. And the challenges are there. We are still working on launching direct flights between Kyrgyzstan and Malaysia, both passenger and cargo flights. The numbers of passengers are not that big, so we are still negotiating this.
How soon can we expect this?
Well, it's hard to say. Because but the trend is pretty good. Last year we had more than 5,000 Kyrgyz tourists to Malaysia. That means at least 100 per week.
Okay.
But still, the number is not that big. Let's say if we launch direct flights once a week.
Okay.
And only a big aircraft could make it directly from KL to Bishkek.
Okay.
That means that that must be at least an Airbus 330 with almost 400 passengers on board.
Okay.
We still have to work on the number of passengers. And we want to combine these passenger and cargo flights into one.
I see.
So that so that at least we reduce the cost of transportation.
Correct.
We are now trying to get our water from Kyrgyzstan to Malaysia, bottled water, mineral water.
Okay, that's
Because
interesting.
when I came here last year,
Mhm.
I was not impressed by the
water
water
quality.
here. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Understood.
And water in Kyrgyzstan is very tasty, I would say.
Yes.
It's coming from glaciers, it's
Yeah, yeah,
mountainous
yeah.
water, and we wanted to explore how to export Kyrgyzstan mineral water to Malaysia.
Mm.
The first batch came
Mhm.
to Malaysia, but
Mhm.
the transportation cost was
Ah,
very high,
Okay.
very high.
All right.
So these private companies, they are still exploring routes and ways how to
Mhm.
reduce this transportation costs.
Mhm.
Maybe not by sending it by air, but maybe
Mhm.
by land transportation, and then switch it to
Because
to
I've tried so many brands
Uh-huh.
in Bishkek in Kyrgyzstan.
Uh-huh.
The mineral water tastes better. Even the Coke tastes better.
Yeah.
You know, and when you go to Alarsha, you can just still take it from the river. And
Yes.
and
Yeah.
I went to Koitash,
Mm-hmm.
and there were a family hosting me in a bozui,
Uh-huh.
and they made tea with that traditional, what do you call it, sir?
Samovar.
Yes. How do you say it?
Samovar. But
Samovar.
it's a Russian word.
Ah, okay. What do you call it in Kyrgyz?
How is it?
Samovar.
No, I mean, we call it. Yes, it's a Russian word.
Okay.
But we call in Russian it's samovar. But in
Okay.
Kyrgyz people call it samor. But
Samovar,
it comes
okay.
from Russian word
I
samovar.
see.
Yeah.
And it tastes the tea, the chai. It tasted fantastic. They just went to the river and
Mhm.
put it, and I was
Yes,
like, whoa. That's like maybe Malaysia 40, 50 years ago, where we could still drink water from the river. And I had a friend. He passed a couple of years ago. He was 93, and I was in my 20s at that time. He said, Algo, I never imagined water to be sold in bottles, And for him, it was, very weird to have water being sold in bottles. But today we have oxygen, sir. Sold in
Yes,
oxygen
yes.
tanks, yeah. Yeah, so who knows what will happen in the future. So yeah, that is interesting because water is a really good source of income for Kyrgyzstan as well, I think. Yeah. And recently, I think you visited Penang port.
Yes.
Yeah. And talked about economic zones. How important is logistics? Like you said, you need the sea, but you need to at least deal with another country. Is there any possibility using other methods, like you said, train? That will take how many years from now? Who knows? What is the solution so that we can shorten the time to increase the trade between our two nations?
The connect. I mean, Kyrgyzstan is trying to reach to several ports.
Mhm.
So we are negotiating. We are already in final phase of establishing official cooperation with several ports abroad.
Mhm.
It is in China, in
Okay.
Russia, in Iran.
Okay.
But we need to work on ground transportation to that regions as well.
Mhm.
So this is important, and that's why I mentioned this
The train.
railway
Mhm.
being constructed
Mhm.
from Kyrgyzstan to China
Okay.
and through Uzbekistan to Middle
When
East.
is that expected to?
Expected to be
Yeah.
completed by I think in 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
It's a pretty big project.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as you might know, Kyrgyzstan is a mountainous country,
Yeah.
and the terrain,
Yeah.
the landscapes are pretty
Yeah, challenging.
Yeah, challenging. Yes.
I was told it was like 96%
Yes,
mountains.
that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
And you have to build railways.
Mm.
Imagine how hard it is.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to build tunnels. You have
Mm.
to build, high altitude railroads.
Mhm.
So that's why it will take time.
Mm-hmm.
But once it's done, I think we will be connected to the world.
Mm-hmm. All right. So talking about economic cooperation, Are there plans, future plans, to hold more Kyrgyz-Malaysian business forums or expos soon, maybe this year or next year?
We just had that business meeting
With 200 companies, so it's SMEs.
That was a bit less, about 100 participants overall, more than 100 overall from Malaysian side.
All right.
So, but the interest was there. I mean, we literally had to limit the number of participants from Malaysian side because they were really interested in having that kind of cooperation, engagement with Kyrgyzstan. This meeting was led by our president.
Okay.
So, and we had all our members of cabinet there as well. So we were ready to answer all the questions. And that was a very first introductory meeting from our side, just to tell that Kyrgyzstan is there. What is Kyrgyzstan about? How is it? Why is it good to invest in Kyrgyzstan? Why is it good to trade with Kyrgyzstan? So that was, a pretty basic information from our side. We had our Kyrgyz export agency, which is similar to Malaysian Matrade, and we had National Investment Agency, which is similar to MIDA, the Malaysian agency as well. So we had two general presentations on investment opportunities, and the other one on trade opportunities. And people were very interested. So I still now I have a lot of inquiries from Malaysian companies. They want to explore opportunities to trade and to invest. I would name several spheres that are popular among them. These are energy sector, especially the renewable energy, hydropower and solar, and wind energy. This is where we got the most number of requests from Malaysian sides. The halal sphere as well, tourism, of course.
Is there? I heard. I'm not sure about it. There's a plan to have a halal park.
Yes.
In Bishkek.
Not in Bishkek, but in Kyrgyzstan, in Narin region.
In
Narin region,
yes. Okay.
So we are working on that, and we want to implement Malaysian standards of halal certification from JAKIM and from HDC, Halal Development Corporation of Malaysia.
Okay.
Our Center for Halal, they have an official relations with this HDC. I mean, an MOU was signed last year, and we are now working with JAKIM. And we want really to promote Malaysian brand as well. I mean, it's not just to have this certification standards from Malaysia and just to implement it. This is, Malaysian halal brand is a world class level. I mean, and we want to have Kyrgyzstan. We want to be a part of the success story and to promote, Malaysian standards, at least in the region, at least in the
Central
region,
Asia.
in Central Asia. So that's why we are partnering with JAKIM and with the HDC. And there's this halal park. We are still working on the feasibility study of this project, but we are working with Malaysian private companies on this.
Okay.
And then once it's implemented, we really want to see Malaysian investment there. So I'm quite optimistic. In this as
Narin
well.
is a strategic place. I heard, I have some friends from Narin. They all say like Narin people eats the most beef, eats the most meat. Yeah, I don't know why. Why is that so? It's so popular, Narin. Oh, you eat a lot of beef. Why is it like that?
Well, it's a high altitude region.
Okay.
So it's cold. It's very cold during the winter times. You don't have much of vegetables during the summertime as well. So in order to stay strong, you have to consume meat. Yes.
So that's the meat region.
Yes.
All right. And another thing on Islamic financial models. You've shown interest in Malaysia's Tabung Haji. The system. What elements of Tabung Haji do you think could benefit Kyrgyzstan?
Well, Tabung Haji is unique in the world, I would say. It's for us. It's interesting how the government and the state can be of good and effective assistance to the population in terms of managing this not only the Hajj itself but what do you call it, savings for the Hajj, getting this visa. I mean the whole process. This is what Tabung Haji does actually.
Correct.
And we want to have at least a deeper look into this in order to know how this could be implemented in Kyrgyzstan. Because people still save money for Hajj in
conventional banks.
Yes, conventional banks or even at home, and they don't know that this money can be actually can work for them as well. And it's very convenient. You just you just save small amounts every month, and then when you are ready to go for a Hajj, you have the necessary amount.
And Tabung Haji pays dividends as well.
Yes.
Yes. So it's not only savings; it's also like some sort of investment.
Yes, correct. This is very interesting for us, and we are now engaging with Tabung Haji, and we want to have a special expert group from Kyrgyzstan to come here and to explore opportunities with Tabung Haji. This is quite interesting for us.
Because the banks are making it easier for the people. Just through the banking app, you can actually put money in your Tabung Haji just by a click. Like you receive your salary into your main bank account, and just online you can just transfer, just like that. So I think this is a interesting model that can be practiced in Kyrgyzstan as well.
Yes, and in Kyrgyzstan, it's a Muslim majority country, as it was mentioned, and more and more people, they want to be sure that their finance is complying with the Islamic standards. Not just to have it at a conventional saving account, but to have this kind of investment, but according
Sharia
to with Sharia compliance.
So that's about Islamic financial models. Now, you also proposed twinning Bishkek with Kuala Lumpur and even naming a KL street after Chingiz Aitmatov. Yes, sir. What role do cultural exchanges and symbolic gestures like this play in diplomacy today? Do you think it's important?
This is very important, I would say. That was just a proposal from my side, but for some reason news they made this as a main topic of of the conversation. I met with the mayor of Kuala Lumpur, and there were a list of proposals from our side as well, and one of them was naming one of KL streets after Chingiz Aitmatov, which is renowned Kyrgyz, I'm sure
Poet,
you know,
writer,
writer, yes. Because again, we need to raise awareness about my country.
Correct. It's like a branding for the country.
Yes, branding for the country. And Chingiz Aitmatov, actually, it's I would say the main brand, one of the main brands of Kyrgyzstan. People know about Aitmatov. Aitmatov is very popular, especially in Western countries, and we want to bring this awareness to Malaysia and to this region as well. But frankly speaking, I don't know even one street named after someone who is not Malaysian in
Malaysia.
In Malaysia, yes. So this might be a problem, but we still hope that one day maybe we could have this official ceremony.
Why not? I mean, to promote the country. In Vietnam, we have, it's not official, but everyone who goes there, they call it Malaysian Street.
Okay.
Yeah, in Vietnam we have this, and some countries do their Little China, Little India, Little Lebanon, things like this. And recently in Japan, Malaysia have our own Malaysian Pavilion, things like this. I think is a method of branding for the country so that it will be known internationally, which is, I think, a great initiative from you, sir. That's brilliant. Really, really, really brilliant. Yeah. And from regional and global cooperation, how do you see Kyrgyzstan's growing presence in ASEAN through Malaysia?
Well, Malaysia is chairing ASEAN this year, as you might know. And when my president was here, one of the topics they discussed is the engagement between the two regions, ASEAN and Central Asia. Central Asia might be more interesting as a region for Malaysia. I mean, for ASEAN. In terms of both trade and investment, cultural exchange, well, almost everything. Every country in the region, I would say we are not that interesting.
Okay.
But when we stand out as a region, so the
We'll make it interesting,
Yeah.
sir. We'll make it interesting.
Thank you. So you're the cultural ambassador of the region here, I would say. So we are doing almost the same job.
Yeah. So there will be a, like you said, right now we don't have a business council between Malaysia and Kyrgyzstan back in Kyrgyzstan. I hope to be involved in setting up that because we are talking with businesses here also in Malaysia. When I was always involved in social media, and when I did, and I also do a business on TikTok, on Instagram, and things like that. And when they see me doing live and things like that, business owners are asking, Algo, how do I, send my products over? Is it easy? Is it, is it a good market? They don't have any information. So if a business council is set up over there, and we can start with maybe just infographics, sending it back to Malaysia, and what is the market like? It can be entrance, the door to Central Asia, Kyrgyzstan as a door to Central Asia for ASEAN countries, not only for Malaysia.
Yes, we are already discussing having and arranging trade missions, both from Malaysia to Kyrgyzstan and from Kyrgyzstan to Malaysia.
Yeah.
So yes, why not? And this is a very good starting point. I mean, establishing Malaysian Kyrgyzstan Business Council here. At least we have a one-stop shop here.
Correct.
Well, for Malaysian business, at least to know a bit more about Kyrgyzstan, and then this business council could help them connecting directly to businesses in Kyrgyzstan. And what is good, even in terms of investment, you don't have to be a millionaire or billionaire to invest into Kyrgyzstan. So the possibilities are infinite in Kyrgyzstan. You can just have, let's say, $50,000. You can go and invest into some kind of apricot farm in Batken region, let's say.
Correct.
And have good money from there.
Yeah.
Why not? If Malaysian investors would be willing to, let's say, go to China or Singapore or elsewhere and trying to invest, they will need at least several million of dollars to start this investment journey for them. But in Kyrgyzstan, you don't have to be a billionaire to do this. So, and then step by step, we could have a better engagement between the two countries.
Which is very interesting. As also an entrepreneur, I was approached by a Kyrgyz investor. He said because the family's children are my students. They said, Algo, how you teach the method with Islamic values, but teaching it in English. They want to set up an international Islamic school, meaning they have like a Cambridge curriculum, but also with Islamic values. And in Malaysia, we have that. It's called International Islamic School Malaysia. It's under IIUM, UIA, University Islam Antarabangsa. And we would like the investor was asking for curriculum, how can we provide Islamic curriculum, Islamic values, but with international curriculum integrated. So, one of my mission back in Malaysia is to find out the curriculum and then report back to this investor, connecting them.
Okay.
Yeah, so because the family wants their children to go to have English education, but without losing the Islamic values, because
I see.
Kyrgyzstan, yeah, in Kyrgyzstan you have a lot of international schools, but it's either you go to madrasa or you go to international school. Whereas in Malaysia we have both
Okay.
integrated. So that's why my next visit, probably tomorrow, sir. I'm going to this International Islamic School of Malaysia to find out their curriculum and how they integrate with Cambridge curriculum. So yeah,
Oh, wow. Yeah, very.
just because I'm from Malaysia, they're asking me about this, and the plan is to set up a language academy first in August, which is next month. They're already planning to open up one in the Magistral area.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Bishkek.
In Bishkek.
Okay.
So we'll be teaching English, but integrating Islamic values. But language, it's just a language academy, and they're planning to slowly make it into a school from an academy.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So when I meet investors like this, I really want to help them the best that I can as a Malaysian, and whatever I can do in my capabilities, in education, in business, in tourism, and things like that. That's why I'm here to see you and what we can do about this, And this is about education, and there are more industries, more spheres that we can explore between these two countries, yeah? So what is Kyrgyzstan's vision, sir, for its foreign policy with Southeast Asia in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, we want to engage more actively. As I said, we need to diversify. We need to go beyond the list of our traditional partners. Our foreign policy is now pretty active.
Okay.
I mean, in all directions. And Southeast Asia is still. I mean, the potential is still untapped for both of our sides, both Kyrgyzstan, both Central Asia, and ASEAN region, Southeast Asia, Malaysia as well. But Malaysia, we see Malaysia as our gateway to the region.
Yeah.
This is why, as I said, this is the only embassy here.
In Southeast Asia, sir?
In Southeast Asia,
Wow.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we really see Malaysia as a gateway to the region. We need to explore this region for us. First of all, in terms of the trade and investments as well. Because politically, I don't think we don't have any political disagreements.
Correct.
With any of Southeast Asian nation. But what we need to develop and to explore is trade and investment, and of course cultural diplomacy comes along as well.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty positive, and
Yes.
I would like to see in 10 years. I would like 5 or 10 years, hopefully even sooner. I would like to see a better, more active engagement between the regions. At least I expect people not to confuse Kyrgyzstan with neighboring countries in the region.
Yeah, like you said, once the railway road is done, I think it will be, flying, yeah?
Yes.
And like you said also, I see Malaysia as a door for Central Asian nations to enter, because Indonesia has a huge population.
Yes.
And can you imagine the products produced in Kyrgyzstan, or services coming from Kyrgyzstan exported to this 280 million?
It's a big, huge market.
Yes.
But Kyrgyzstan can be also a gateway for the region, for the ASEAN region.
Correct.
In Central Asia, in Eurasian Union, because Kyrgyzstan being a part of Eurasian Economic Union, we have access to a market of almost 200 millions.
Okay.
So no barriers. So we would be happy to see Malaysian, Southeast Asian, ASEAN countries to invest more, to establish joint ventures, let's say in Kyrgyzstan, export it to neighboring countries.
Correct.
And Kyrgyzstan can be really a gateway for this region as well.
Yeah.
In Central Asia and in Eurasia as well.
Yes. like I said earlier, the creative industry park is really attractive. It's just that not many people know about it. Taxation is just 2%. Income tax is only 5%. Combined together is 7%. It's still lower than most countries around the world. And it's really attractive, sir,
Yes.
so to say.
Yes, I would like to invite everybody from Malaysia and from the region to establish, let's say, production lines in Kyrgyzstan. The labor is very skilled in Kyrgyzstan, and it is affordable, and the access to the market is quite impressive.
Yeah.
So you can just have a good production line, a joint venture in Kyrgyzstan. You have a huge market. I think the demand is there.
Yep. All right. So, final question, sir. What advice would you give to Malaysians who want to explore opportunities in Kyrgyzstan and vice versa, Kyrgyzstan to Malaysia, be it for tourism, education, or business?
I would say, please come to Kyrgyzstan.
Okay.
Please come to the region. You have to see it with your own eyes.
Correct. Yeah.
And then you will never confuse Kyrgyzstan with other countries of the region. Kyrgyzstan is a completely different story. I really miss my country here.
Yeah. Have you been back? Did you go back?
Last year.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
last year in May, when we had Prime Minister Anvar visit to Kyrgyzstan. I was there as part of the Kyrgyz official delegation.
What do you miss most about Kyrgyzstan, sir?
Maybe most probably food and the mountains.
The mountains.
Yes. I like hiking.
Hiking. Wow.
Yes, I like camping.
Okay.
That's what I do with my family back in Kyrgyzstan.
Which region are you originally from?
Originally, I'm from the southern part of
Okay.
Kyrgyzstan, from Osh region.
From Osh, I
Yes,
see.
yes.
I've never been there. I've heard a
Yes,
lot
you-
of good things about Osh, Jalabad, Sulaimanto,
Yes. Yes.
the walnut forest,
Yes.
Aslanbab.
Yes.
But I've never been. I hope the next trip I'm going back to Kyrgyzstan, I'll visit your hometown.
Well, I was born in Bishkek, but
Ah.
my roots are from the southern part.
I see.
And the northern part of Kyrgyzstan is more popular among tourists from abroad, including Malaysia. But the southern part is pretty interesting as well. And why not to explore that part
Correct.
too?
If you go from Malaysia to Tashkent, it's nearer to go to Osh from Tashkent, right?
I guess so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if they choose the flight to Tashkent, they can go to Osh first, rather than
You know what private company tourist agents from Malaysia do? They sell packages, a Central Asia package.
Okay.
So they do is they invite tourists from Malaysia to come to Almaty.
Yeah.
Then from Almaty by land under Kyrgyzstan,
To be
have a tour. I mean
Around Isyk-Kul Lake.
Yeah, around Isyk-Kul Lake. Then go. Some of them they propose going to southern part of Kyrgyzstan and then travel by land to Uzbekistan and then fly back from Tashkent.
I see.
So when people come, they visit at least 3 countries at once. So
All right. So, Karochi, in short, how would you define the future of the Kyrgyz-Malaysian relations and why?
well, I'm very positive. I'm very positive. I think that we have a good with that 2 historical visits from last year and this year.
Yeah.
We had already pretty solid foundation, both from the legal side, from the spirit of cooperation itself. So everything is ripe for a big I would say success for the 2 countries in terms of cooperation, relations, people to people connection, cultural ties. Interest is there. Business interest is also there. So we just need to keep this good momentum.
Yeah.
And I think we got this momentum already.
Yeah,
So let's just wait and keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah. The time is now, sir.
Yes, the time is now.
Yeah.
Yes, it's now.
All right. So, Your Excellency, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Aldo.
Your wisdom and your warm spirit. Today's conversation has truly opened doors, not just in terms of diplomacy and economic cooperation, but also in the hearts and minds of our listeners and our viewers who now see Kyrgyzstan and Malaysia as more connected than ever before. From tourism and youth exchange to digital innovation and cultural ties, I believe we are standing at the beginning of something very special between our two countries. As someone who works on the ground in both countries, I'm inspired to keep building that bridge. And I hope this podcast, sir, becomes a meaningful part of that journey. To all our listeners and viewers, thank you for tuning in. And if you're a young entrepreneur, you don't have to be young, all entrepreneurs, yeah? Traveler or dreamer, I hope today's episode reminds you that your ideas can cross borders and your work can create impact wherever you are. So that's all for today's episode. Chong Rahmat, terima kasih. Thank you for watching today's episode of In the Box podcast. I'm Al Gojo, signing out. See you in the next episode. Thank you, sir.
Terima kasih, Ahmad.